Down in the place to be. Forget your cares and the more, most definitely.
What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at two brand new figures that I'm oddly excited for. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Amazon original Diamond Select Toys Series 2 Invincible figures of Adam Eve and Robot. I really am surprised at how much they turned around from the first wave, because if you guys watched my videos last year, at the time, worst figures of 2021, the Omni-Man and Invincible were on them. It was just a very big letdown, but these look to be a vast improvement, or at least Robot does. Adam Eve, we'll have to get her out of the box. So, taking a look at the side, I love the packaging here. You get some awesome artwork from the show, and then on the side, or on the back, you do get your little read up. It's kind of just about the show itself, not really like about these characters, which I kind of hate that. 3 and 4 in the series, and on the bottom you do get Robot's barcode, and you do get Adam Eve's barcode. So I don't think that'll help necessarily, because these are more like tailored towards like comic book stores and stuff. But you know, Walgreens usually gets Diamond Select figures, so who knows? But anyway, I believe that's it for the packaging. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop these guys open. So getting these guys out of the package, one is really good and one is really not. And you probably guessed who is who. Robot is actually surprisingly very well done. Adam Eve just has really dumb problems that if they fixed, she would have been just as good as well. But we'll talk about all the issues with each of them. Honestly though, I gotta say right off the bat, I really don't have a lot of problems with Robot. He's definitely the best figure in the series, and we'll talk about why after the fact. We're gonna do Adam Eve first. So, starting off with my first problem with the figure, they really effed up my girl's head sculpt, man. Not really liking the head sculpt here. I think the eyes weren't painted the way that they were intended, or like based off the show. It just doesn't look like her. You know, maybe the sculpt is there, but just the way that I don't even think so, because the sculpt of the eyes is just off. So, not huge on that. She's a little cross-eyed. I got to look at like 2 or 3 in the store, and they were all like that. So, not the biggest fan of that. The hair looks really nice, though. They were going for that animated style, and they definitely pulled that off. Her arms are skinny, and they look good. Oh, I can't move her arm forward. That's tight. Why, it's like that on the other side too. What the frig? I do not want to break that. That feels like that's going to break. So we're going to leave that alone. But here you can see her chest looks really good with the logo on there. The paint is actually pretty well applied. It does get a little smeary on this arm, which I'm not a huge fan of. But then you see her little cape, which that's one of my biggest issues with the figure. And then you get like the chalky skin tone that Diamond's known for painting. Not huge on it. It's not terrible right now, but it matches the face relatively well. And then you get the pink on her boots and like the tops of her boots, which is nice. But it's not like painted great. It's just more so little chalky. You can kind of tell that it was molded in this pink color, because you can kind of see it coming through the back of the joints. Obviously the thigh cut is made at the bottom of her shorts, which is nice. Man, bro, this is no bueno that I cannot move this arm. That is going to break. I can feel that that's going to break. On this side still. Yeah, there's a lot of resistance there, so just be careful. I don't want to break it, because I don't feel like buying another one and returning this and causing that business to lose money. But she does come with a bunch of accessories, so let's go ahead and take a look at those really quick, because I think that may be the best thing about her. So in the package, she does come with just a generic pair of fist hands, but she does get an alternate pair of grip hands. Nothing to really hold. They might be like style posed hands, but nothing really to hold. And then you get like splayed out open hands, which I do like that a lot. They look nice. And you get this hand, you get another pair. So like kind of like, all right, so you get like a clenchy, slight clench, and then like a full on like power, like about to use powers hand. So, and then obviously you do get the power effect hands, which I do like. So not bad, actually. The only thing is, they're supposed to be pink. Is that just me, or I'm fairly positive in the show her powers were portrayed as being pink? So that's kind of a huge blunder. And then the feet, these little peg effects that go into her feet, I feel like they should also be pink. You do get the figure stand as well, which is kind of shit, but you know, what are you going to do? Sometimes you need a figure stand, and I think you do. But the coolest accessory, to me anyway, is you do go ahead and get a tiny Shrinking Rae figure. So this is really, really cool. There's actually a lot of paint on here. Honestly, I'd be fine if we never got a 6-inch version of this, like a full-grown version. I would probably skip on that one. This is enough for me. I really like this. This is probably my favorite part of the whole figure. There's great paint on here. You can see her glasses, the gloves, and the boots. It looks really nice. And she actually does stand pretty good. You kind of have to get her at like the right angle. That's the only thing, is I wish she came with a figure stand, just like a little disc for her to stand on, but unfortunately you don't get that. But she will stand. She's very tiny compared to the actual figure, so I really like that. Worst comes to worst, just put like a little tack on that, and I would stick her on someone's shoulder. A Monster Girl shoulder, I think, would be the coolest in my opinion. But yeah, I really like that. So the best thing about Adam Eve is that she comes with a bunch of accessories, but honestly, even with that, the accessories aren't accurate. I hate the figure stands that Diamond Select uses, but Shrinking Rae makes it worth it for me. So pretty damn cool. But honestly, I would have to say that Robot is the better of the two in pretty much every way other than accessories. He looks perfect. Like, that is spot on to the show. The only complaint aesthetic that I would, try to suggest is translucent pieces for the glass, like around for his eyes, would be nice. But other than that, I mean, he's pretty damn perfect. His build, the different finishes, the paint is super clean on him. The sculpt is crisp and animated. I really, really like that. So taking another look at that head, it looks really, really good. The little paint in the mouth, like in between like the mandible, that looks really nice. You get the arms that he doesn't have a lot of paint, but I think the paint that is there works really nice on the joints. The joints themselves are hidden perfectly because he's a robot, so he does have that advantage over Adam Eve, to where she would need to be smooth joints. He doesn't need to be. The fingers are painted nice. You do get his chest that looks really good. There's a feature on that we'll show in a second. And then all the striations and rivets in his legs look really nice. The joints in the knees also do that, along with the joints in his ankles. They look great. So he has a peg hole back here as well. I think he just looks great. And he's definitely my favorite figure out of the wave so far, or out of the whole series. I would honestly say that, like, not only is he the best figure from the wave, but I think he's just like one of Diamond Select's best figures that I've played with in recent times. He's a really good figure. His accessories are pretty lacking, though. He gets the same figure stand that Adam Eve gets. This shitty ass thing, which his is a little bit better. It's a little tighter than Adam Eve's. And he doesn't necessarily really need it. He can fly, but he doesn't come with rocket boosters or like the jet. I forget if he uses jetpack or rocket boosters, but either way, he doesn't come with anything to assemble him to fly or like simulate him flying. So I'm not really worried about it. This would be more for like an action pose, and even still, these figure stands are either too tight or too loose. So you could kind of get them up on something like that, but I'm not really worried about it. And other than that, all he comes with is a bunch of different hands. So you get, I want to make sure I get all of them. You get a pair of open hands. You get a pair of semi-clenchy hands. Then you get a pair of really clenchy hands, or grip hands, but he doesn't have anything to hold. Then you get another grip hand, not really sure why. And then you get the USB like port hand where you go like kind of like a droid, I guess. It's pretty cool. I like that hand. That's a clever idea. And then you get the fist hands. And then finally, he does have this little chest piece that pops out. I really like this. This is pretty cool. So you can go ahead and do that. I don't know what you would want to do with it. I haven't, and I can't right now, but you should test to see if a Marvel Legends Iron Man effect would work in there, because that would be a pretty cool idea. But there's nice paint in there. Looks cool. And this piece is not loose at all. Like, it really is a snug fit in there. Will not come off unless you, like, pry it off. But it's not super hard to get off neither, if you know what I mean. So I like that. It's a really good looking figure, but I honestly just wish that he came with more. The play feature, I guess, is really nice. But other than that, meh. As far as articulation goes, the only real problem I have is the head. The head does not really want to move upwards or downwards. It's very static. Pivot is the same way, not very good. And then rotation was a little tight at first, but it should be good now. It's not great, but it's doable. The arms will go up that far, down, rotate 360, bicep swivel, single jointed elbows. But honestly, it hasn't bothered me. Looks good. And it gets just about 90. All the wrists swivel and hinge horizontally. And then the diaphragm joint on him is actually really solid. So he's going to crunch forward, not a great amount, but like enough. Back pretty good. He'll pivot back and forth and rotate. Like that's bobbing it around. That's not bad. Hips go outwards that far. Very happy that they are not the hinge hips anymore. He'll kick forward pretty far and back. When I first opened this, I thought they didn't give him a thigh swivel. It was so well hidden. It's right here. He does have a thigh swivel. Single jointed knee that's a little bit more than 90. And then the only other problem with articulation is the ankle goes up and down, but it does not pivot. But honestly, again, really hasn't bothered me. His knees got a little loose after time, but it's not enough to make him fall. But I do wish that they didn't do that. But he just, like the simple poses, you get him in and he looks awesome. Like, dare I say, like maybe, I wouldn't say top 10, but maybe an honorable mention for top 10. Especially like most improved. Like this line has been pretty shit. At least, wave 1 was. Wave 2, this is wave 2. This is Robot's really good. Monster Girl looks awesome. Can't wait to get my hands on her. And then Duplicate and Alan the Alien also look pretty good. So my hopes are getting higher. The back of the box said Rexplode. So I'm really hoping we get him because I think we get Rexplode and I forget the bald black guy with the armor. I forget his name. But if we get them, then we're finished the team for the whole new Guardians of the Globe, which I didn't think that we were going to do that. And honestly, at that point, if we finish the Guardians of the Globe, the new Guardians of the Globe, the only other figures I would really want from this line are, it would be cool if we finished the original Guardians of the Globe, but I would understand if they never wanted to do that because they were, spoilers, barely in the show. That would be really cool, but other than them, I would really, really like a Battle Beast. Like another deluxe one of Battle Beast. That would be super fucking sick. Mr. Immoral, I would like for them to do him. He would also be very cool. And I think that's it. Like, I don't think I forget the guy's name, but the radio head guy, he would be cool. Like the villain, the stone guy, he would be cool. I'm forgetting names right now, but they would be nice to get. But honestly, there's not that many more characters from the show. So I'm hoping that by the time the second season comes out, we get all those figures. I would really be happy about that. So yeah, there is the articulation and my little rant about who we should get. As far as scaling goes, again, guys, I'm at home. So unfortunately, right now, I don't have my Zack Toys team with me. I'll bring them home for the winter break kind of thing. But for right now, got to make do with what I got. So I got the Bucky cap here with the Daredevil and the original Toy Biz Zombie, I'm so used to saying that. The Toy Biz Captain America from the 2-pack face-off pack, which is, Bucky cap is pretty standard. So this is a 7-inch scale line, and they scale with each other, which, if you guys know me, it's kind of all I care about. So this definitely works for me. So it's that point in the video where I know somebody out there is asking, yo, Ant, what are your final thoughts on these figures? What are you thinking? And I have to say, I'm like, it's night and day, really. I mean, the Adam Eve figure is not a great. I hate with the articulation that you can barely move her torso because of the cape, and she doesn't look up very good. Her hair is very stiff. I don't like that. So for a flying character, that kind of sucks. The head sculpt is not accurate at all. Not a very big fan of that. And the accessories, while there are a plentiful amount of them and they look pretty cool, they're inaccurate. Her effects, I'm pretty sure, are supposed to be pink, and this is maybe got a tiny tinge of pink, but it's white for the most part, and that's pretty shitty. So whatever. But I do really like Shrinking Rae that she came with her. I didn't know that she was going to come with her until I literally saw the package when I bought it. I was like, whoa, that's fucking cool. So I do like that. But Robot, on the other hand, is kind of the opposite. Like, I hate that his accessories are kind of lame. It would have been really cool to get like his human form, like the little baby. That would have been really cool. Oh, another character I would like the twins. They would be really cool. But anyway. But yeah, dude, just not. He is amazing. Like, the figure himself is really, really good. I really like the articulation, the sculpt, the paint is what it needs. It's just accessories kind of lack on him. So, overall, I would give Robot like a 9 or an 8. I'm giving her like a 5 or a 6. The accessories save her a lot. If she didn't come with it and the accessories were weak, I would give her like a 3 or a 4. But I really like the show and I really like the characters, so I'm willing to keep supporting this line until we get all the characters that I want. But anyway, I believe that's all I got for today. So if you've not already, please just sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot over there and have a lot of fun, so I'm sure you all will too. But let me know, as always. You coppin'? See you guys in the next one. Peace.